Good morning student, how are you? In my previous video we discuss important parts of a flower. When we study important parts of a flower, there are four parts of a flower: sepals, petals, stamen and carpels. Note down in your rough copy. These are the four main parts of a flower: sepals, petals, stamens and carpels. Okay student, in my today video I will explain you what is pollination, and fertilization. So before explaining pollination, let's do the recapitulation what I explained in you my previous video. Then I explain you what is pollination. Now student, important parts of a flower: sepals, petals, stamen and carpels. These are the important parts of a flower. Is it clear? Now see student, for the pollination, male reproductive part and female reproductive part of the flower is required. So in my previous video we discussed about male reproductive part and female reproductive part of the flower. Is it? Let's do little recapitulation of the topics which I explained you, and after that we will continue with the topic what is pollination in flowers. Okay student, now student, when I explain you about flowers, there are two types of flower: complete flower and incomplete flower. What is a complete flower? Complete flower is the one that consists of sepal, petals, stamens and carpel, or you can say all the four important parts of the flower, that is sepal, petals, stamen and carpels. And when we are talking about the incomplete flower, is the one that lacks one or more structures out of four. Now when we study flower, a complete flower consists of two different parts. It consists of two different parts: vegetative part and reproductive part. When we are talking about the vegetative part of the complete flower, it means what are the vegetative part of the flower? Petals and sepals are the vegetative parts of the flower. And what are the reproductive parts of a flower? Stamen and carpel. There are four main parts of the flower, that is sepal, petal, stamen and carpels. So sepal and petals are known as vegetative part of a flower, and stamen and carpels are known as reproductive parts of a flower. So one time more I explain you stamen and carpel, because they are reproductive parts of a flower. Then only you are able to understand what is pollination in flower. Is it clear? So student, when I am explaining you, at that time please take one rough copy and note down the important points. See student, this is a new topic for you: parts of a flowers and reproduction in flowers. And again I repeating the same thing which I tell you in my earlier videos also, especially when you are studying science. So the best method of understanding the thing is that you make a diagram. And then this is the best method to understand the things. For example, there are four parts of a flower. You draw a diagram individually. You draw sepal, part of a flower sepal, then you draw petals, and then you draw stamen, and then you draw carpels. Individually you draw all four parts of a flower. And what is the best method of understanding? You draw the picture of a sepal, and then in front of the sepal write why, what is the function of sepal in the flower. In this manner you get a good understanding. Please follow my techniques. What I am telling you, diagram is the best method of understanding the biology. You write, you make a diagram of a sepal, and in front of that diagram label it, write it sepal, and then you write what is the function of a sepal, why sepal is in the flower. When you are able to write this answer, it means your concept of sepal is totally clear. You are able to understand. Next, you draw petals of a flower. Again write in front of the petal what is the role of petals in the flower. What is the role of petals in the flower? In this manner, by drawing the diagram, your understanding become more good. Then draw the picture of a stamen. Stamen is what? Male reproductive part. And what are two parts of a stamen? Filament and anther. What is the role of filament? Write it. What is anther? Just I give you example. Inside the anther, the male reproductive gametes, that is pollen grains, are present inside the stamen. In this manner you do the study. Draw the picture of a stamen, write the parts of a stamen, anther and filament, then write what is the function, what is the role of anther, what is the role of filament, how filament supports the anther. Then draw the picture of a carpel and then label it. Three parts of carpel are stigma, style and ovary. Then write in front of the stigma what is the role of stigma in the flower, what is the role of style in the flower, what is the role of ovary in the flower. If in this manner you are able to write the reasons for that, then this is the best method. You understand the things and you will never forget these things in your whole life. So please follow the techniques, the best technique which I am telling you for studying bio. Is it clear? So in pollination, the two important parts of flower which play a very important role, that is stamen and carpel. So one time more I explained you about stamen and carpel, and then we will continue with the explanation of pollination. Now what is a stamen? When I speak a word stamen, if you have already watched my previous video, I think maximum of you know what is stamen. Yes, absolutely right. Stamen is also known as a male reproductive part. What is stamen? Stamen is a male reproductive part. And it consists of a, what are the parts of a stamen? It consists of a filament. And how filament look like? It consists of a filament which is a thread-like structure with a circular structure anther on the top. Is it clear? If you draw a diagram and then you write what is a stamen and what is part, what is the role of a filament, what is the role of a anther, very good understanding. Is it clear? So what is stamen? Stamen is also known as a male reproductive part. Stamen is also known as male reproductive part, and it consists of a filament which is a thread like structure, and with the circular structure anther on the top. And what is inside the anther, student? Pollen grains. Is it clear? Now pollen is produced by the anther, which contributes to the male reproductive process of the plant. Is it clear? Pollen is clear. Draw a diagram of a stamen. It has two parts, filament and anther. What is anther? Anther is a thread-like structure. And what's happened with the circular structure anther on the top? And pollen is produced by the anther. So it means that pollen grains are inside the anther. And when the anther mature, the pollen grains come out. Or it contributes to the male reproductive process of the plant. Now student, let's discuss carpel. What is carpel? If you watch my previous video, the answer is coming in your mind. What is carpel? Carpel is the female reproductive part of the flower. What is carpel? Carpel is the female reproductive part of the flower. Is it clear? It consists of, and it has three parts. Carpel is divided into three parts: stigma, style and ovary. Stigma, style and ovary. The egg or the ovule, is present in the ovary. Egg means female egg cells. And what's happened after fertilization? Sometimes the ovary turns into the fruit to keep the seed, because whenever you eat any food, student, you find the seed of that fruit inside the fruit. Is it clear? Whether some fruit contains one seed, some contains 4 or 5, or some contains many seeds, that is not a that is another thing. But after fertilization, sometimes the ovary turns into the fruit to keep the seed. Or whenever you eat the fruit, you find the seed inside the fruit. So at the top of the ovary is a vertical structure called it style, that supports the stigma. What's happened in the stigma? The dispersed pollen stick to the stigma. The pollen which is dispersed by the anther, that stick to the stigma and travel down to the ovary, and with through the style, because style is attached to the ovary. Is it clear? Style is in between. On the top it support stigma, and at the bottom it is attached to the ovary. Is it clear? So the dispersed pollen stick to the stigma and travel down to the ovary through the style. So in the process of pollination, these two play a very important role, that is a carpel and stamen, because stamen is the male reproductive part of the plant and carpel is the female reproductive part of the plant. Now student, let's understand what is pollination. Let's understand what is pollination. Okay student, now see, observe the picture, observe this diagram. Okay, observe this diagram. This is the diagram of a flower. This is the diagram of a flower. And what was the name of the flower? Hibiscus. What was the name of the flower? Hibiscus flower. Now see student, if you observe this flower, you will find this flower has male and female. This flower has male part also, and this flower has female part also. Is it clear? I again repeat it. If you observe this flower, student, you will find that this flower, and name of the flower is hibiscus, and you will observe in this flower you have male part also and female part also, because here it is written stamen. Here it is written stamen. Stamen is a male part. Stamen is a, here it is written stamen. Stamen is a male part. And here it is written carpel. Carpel is a female part of the flower. Female part of the flower. So in this picture, the same flower has both the parts, male part also and female part also. So now student understand the process of pollination. So please student understand the process of pollination. The process of transferring of pollen from one flower to another. The process of transferring of pollen from one flower to another is called pollination. Note down, if you want to note down in your rough copy, you can write it. The process of transferring of pollen from one flower to another is called pollination. And now student, note down, there are two types of a pollination. It means what's happened? Transfer of a pollens from one flower to another, that is known as pollination. This is the definition of a pollination. Transfer of a pollens. It means male gametes. ठीक है? So that is known as pollination. And when a student we study pollination, then it is divided in two parts. Is it clear? Then it divides in two parts. Note down. Note down. Write first part, self pollination. Write first part, self pollination, and second part is known as cross pollination. Second part, note down, cross pollination. Now student, do one activity. I'm just telling you, listen my video, do one activity. In the rough copy, you draw one plant, and in that plant draw many flowers. You are understanding what I am saying, student? Because I already explained you, if you learn the things or you grasp the things with the help of a diagram, then you are able to understand science. It's a very simple. If you learn the things in this manner with the help of a diagram, do one activity. You are having your rough copy, draw a diagram of a plant, and on that plant draw many flowers on the same plant. You are understanding what I am saying? Do one activity, take a rough copy, draw a plant, and on the same plant draw many flowers. And or you can draw a hibiscus plant, which is already shown in the picture. Now what happened in this flower? Both male and female parts are in the same flower. So now student, try to understand what is self pollination. Listen it. If a pollen is transferred from the anther, that is very clear, because pollen is inside the anther. Anther, is it clear? Male reproductive part is known as stamen. It has two parts, and filament and anther. Filament is thread-like structure which support anther, and anthers are on the top of the filament. And what is inside the anther? pollen grains means male reproductive part. Is it clear? Now listen it. If a pollen is transferred from the anther of one flower to stigma of same flower, you are understanding? If a pollen is transferred from the anther of flower to stigma of same flower, see the diagram, see this diagram, this is the diagram of a hibiscus flower. Now this is a male part, this is a male part, anther is inside, pollen grains are inside the anther. Now what does it mean? Anther, this is a flower, and in the same flower it has male part also, it has female part also. So these pollen grains from the anther, it moves into the stigma. I am showing with the arrow. Is it clear? In the same flower, pollen grain is inside the anther, and these pollen grain enter to the stigma of the same flower, because the same flower has both male and female part. Is it clear? You are able to understand what I am explaining? See, in the same flower both parts are there, male and female. So in the same flower, this male part which contain pollen grains, it enter into the stigma of the same flower. So this is known as cross, or sorry, this is known as self pollination. Is it clear? POLLINATION. This is known as self pollination. I am again repeating. Okay, see, now this is a flower which contain both male and female part. This flower contain male and female. This flower contain both male and female part. Now I am showing with the help of arrow. Here, where is pollen grains? Pollen grains are inside this anther. So pollen grains of the same flower enter into the stigma. This is stigma. Pollen grains of the same flower enter into the stigma of same flower. So what type of a pollination take place? This is known as self pollination. I think it is very clear to all of you. You also draw a diagram. See, in the same flower, male part is also there, female part is also there. Anther, inside the anther, pollen grains are present, and these pollen grains enter in the stigma of the same flower. So this type of a pollination is known as self pollination. This type of a pollination is known as self pollination. I hope you all are able to understand. Is it clear? Okay, now again see the picture. Now let's take one more picture. Now see, now I told you this is a self pollination. Okay, in the beginning, before explaining self pollination, student, I told you do one activity. in the paper, draw a diagram of a plant and on the same plant draw many flowers. Is it clear? Now, one self pollination is what? In the same flower, pollen grains enter into the stigma. Now, see another. If pollen is transferred from the anther of one flower, try to understand. If pollen is transferred from the anther of one flower to stigma of other flower, but both the flower are on the same plant, that is also self pollination. Understanding? Yes or no? You are able to understand or not? See what I explained you. Pollen is transferred. In the first case, both male and female parts are in the same flower. So pollen are transferred from the same flower into the stigma of the same flower, which I have already shown you in the picture. I am talking same flower, in the same flower, male part also, female part also. Anther moves into the stigma, and this is known as self pollination. Now here, let's take now see student, pollen is transferred from the anther. That is true, pollens are inside the anther of one flower to stigma of other flower. Now the flower is not the same. Pollen is transferred to the stigma of other flower, but what is the common thing is that plant is same. You are understanding? Pollen is transferred from one flower to the stigma of other flower. Pollen is transferred from the one flower to stigma of other flower. But what is the important thing is that plant is same. Plant is same. That is the reason I told you, draw a picture of a plant and on the same plant draw many flowers. Now what happens here? Pollen is from one flower and is transferred to the stigma of another flower. But what is the common thing is that plant is the same. Flowers are other, but plant is the same. So such type of a pollination is also known as self pollination. So such type of a pollination is also known as self pollination. I hope you are able to understand what is self pollination. Now best you, if you want a good understanding, again I am repeating, draw the diagram and then understand. It's a very best method to understand this. Is it clear? For example, see, I draw, see, for example, let me see. So self pollination is clear to all of you student. One time more I repeat, what is self pollination. One thing which I told you, pollen is transferred from the anther. Is it clear? Pollen is transferred from the anther of anther of flower to stigma of one. Is it clear? Same flower. First case of self pollination is what? If pollen is transferred from the anther of flower to stigma of same flower, that is known as self pollination. And another condition of self pollination is what? Pollen is transferred from the anther of one flower Now to stigma of other flower. But both the flowers are on the same plant. Both the flowers are on the same plant. So this is also known as self pollination. So this is also known as self pollination. Is it clear? Do one thing. With the help of a diagram, first draw a single diagram of a flower. In which manner I show you, with the arrow you show it that pollens are entering into the stigma of the same flower. That is self pollination. Is it clear? Then draw a picture of a plant and draw 2-3 flower in that plant. Now what you have to show with the arrow, that all the flowers are on the same plant. All the flowers are on the same plant. Their plant is the same. But now what's happened here? Pollen is of one flower and stigma is of another flower. Pollen is of one flower and stigma is of another flower. And this is also known as self pollination, because both the flowers are on the same plant, because both the flowers are on the same plant. So student, this is a self pollination. I hope you are able to understand what is a self pollination. Please listen the video one time, two time for your good understanding, and point wise and with the help of a diagram you revise this topic what I explained you. Thank you student.